Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. We're going to continue story. Forgive me if I talk less during this episode. I'm quite sick at the moment. I've been taking cough medicine, so the cough is okay for now. But by the end, I'm going to be rooted, I think, if I talk too much. Star chart, let's go.
Guardian, you are close to securing the last relic of Nezarec, and we near the end of our mission. I have noticed no further communications between Aramis and her crews. I hope this means the worst is behind us. I did find, however, a transmission from Aramis to Ido. It was embedded in an unsecured scribe log. You may have heard it. I do not know what Aramis gains in speaking with Ido. We know the ship stealer only acts to her own benefit. But Ido shuns me. She studies the coordinates of the pirate layers without my assistance. I have never seen her behave this way. I cannot place blame solely on Aramis's influence. My actions pushed Ido away, though I meant only to protect her. She will see that in time. She must. Unless she has already made her choice. We must end this now, before something happens that cannot be undone. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict. May the light provide.
I think she's also being pushed away because of Mithrax's prejudice against Aramis. Well, I'm certainly not on Aramis's side, but she did seem to genuinely care about Ido in that message she sent. Just telling her to leave it lie, move forward with your life. Me and your father can't. Anything new here? No. Alright, expedition. Using your e-mate near a crewmate at the end of a successful activity encourages them to celebrate with you. Okay, fine. Alright, I'll do that and we will be back. Pirate hideout, the Lucent Brood. That would imply it's not really a pirate hideout per se. It would imply that it's probably the Lucent Hive. I wonder if we'll run into Aramis as we're both trying to get this off the Lucent Hive. Let's see.
Guardian, this layer is swarming with the Lucent Hive. We must not abandon caution now that our mission comes to a close.
Your presence is not necessary.
Ido, what are you doing here? Are you unharmed?
I will retrieve the last relic myself, without violence. The Hive.
Ido! Guardian, find her, please! She is my light.
Hive murder time! I will slaughter you all! What fun. My prediction here is that she's gonna get saved by Aramis. And that'll be a thing that, like, unifies us, right? At least that's what I hope happens, because that's good storytelling. Heard you, wizard.
To the relic. When we have it, Aramis Kell will see the futility of her actions.
You risk yourself for her. She will never
No. You both must face the past. You cannot outrun it. You cannot hide it from me.
Idol, please, forgive me.
I mean, I get what she's trying to do in principle, but she's not really the warrior to be able to pull it off. Hey, buddy. Well, he's in super. Don't want to die. Get out. Who do I have to kill? This guy, I guess. Woo! Man's hitting me with super.
No! The door is sealed! Father!
Idol.
Surely Ida doesn't die here. That's also a possibility, I suppose. That was sweet.
She protected me!
He just hack her eye. That's fucking sweet.
Stop!
Do it. Show your daughter who you really are. She could have had everything.
That's intriguing. Aramis still has darkness power. I didn't know she could still use stasis. That's cool. I like it. Makes it more interesting. Huh. So I was right. Aramis saved her. The one thing that was weird about that cutscene, by the way, is that they were fighting like humans with swords, i.e. someone who was limited to having 2 arms. I feel like if you had 4 arms, you would utilize them more, right? With like grapples, as well as potentially just, you know, holding another sword. Like you could have one on each side and have an arm free on each side. That's really useful. Nevertheless, I'm nitpicking. It's easier. It's much easier to do the animations if you do them the same as you would a human, but you could have some really cool hand-to-hand combat with Elixir because they have 4 arms.
So, let me get this straight. Mithrax has Aramis at the end of his sword, and then nothing? I mean, nothing? Huh. I thought that guy still had some mean in him. Guess I was wrong. I was right about you, though. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You did a hell of a job out there. Drove Aramis off, stopped whatever plan the witness had, and brought home all the pieces of Nezarec. Not bad at all. Mithrax and Ido have the relics now. Don't know what those things can actually do, but if anyone can figure it out, it'd be them. Hope it's something good. Yep, nothing for you to do now but lay back in that big old pile of pirate treasure you got. You deserve it. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust.
Great hand cannon, by the way. I want it back. Trust, that is. Okay. Ordinarily, I would read through these, but they're largely a recap of what was said, and my voice is shot, so I don't want to use it more than necessary. Let's go to Spider, shall we? Do we get something good for the last one, or does he give us absolute trash for the last one?
What can a simple operator like me do for the hero of the Vanguard?
Thanks, Spider. Spider awaits behind an array of engrams. This is the end of my stash, Guardian. Nothing left to give after this batch. Choose carefully. Huh. As Spider watches you draw yet another powerful weapon from an offered engram, he chuckles. Hard to argue with luck like that. One thing I've learned through all this, the Guardians are a safe bet. And with that, he says gruffly, readjusting in his chair, I believe I've dutifully distributed all the gear entrusted to me by the Vanguard, so now I must ask you, with all possible kindness and expediency, get out of my bar. You can tell Ido is smiling, which he contacts you over the radio. No attempts at energy jamming today, Guardian. Either Spider finally found his faith in the Guardians, or he realized opposing you is more trouble than it's worth. Either outcome is quite positive, wouldn't you agree? I tend to agree, yeah, Ido. I tend to agree. Alright, fantastic. So, I think that is the seasonal quest done? Looks like it. So there'll be a mission, like, at the end of the season, probably. It's what usually happens. So we've got a couple of lore bits to do. One, we've got this holo projector, and then we've got to place the last relic. But after we've done that, I think it's everything.
Aramis Kell, again, I greet you in the light. Not as my enemy, but as my savior. You protected me from the Lucent Hive. Without your intervention, I would have died at their hands. I thank you. I was terrified. Not only of the Hive, but of you. When you arrived, I thought it was to follow through on your threat. Then you turned and raised your blade against my assailants. But that same blade would have taken the life of my father if you'd had the advantage. I am not afraid of what you are, but I am afraid of what you do.
Same thing.
The whirlwind led to you. It led to my father. But it led to me as well. We can see a future for the Elixni beyond the pain of the whirlwind. But you think you can't be a part of it. I do not believe that. My father spared you because he saw that you could turn from a path he had once followed. I see this also. I know the futility of this, but I will say it regardless. There is a place for you here. We need not be enemies. Come home, Aramis. May the light provide.
I didn't seem to get a reply from Aramis here. It's interesting. Offering forgiveness. I guess that makes sense. I do question whether or not Mithrax spared her because he saw the potential change in Aramis, or he just did it because his daughter asked him to. I think it's probably far simpler on his end. It's a combination of not wanting to kill someone in front of his daughter, as well as a mixture of gratitude for Aramis saving his daughter, you know? It works in a multitude of ways. Let's go to the helm and do this last relic before my throat explodes. Final relic to be placed.
Now that we've collected all the relics, Mithrax Kell and I believe that we could harness their power. To what end, we're still uncertain. While I believe in our abilities, I am concerned about the potential side effects such a process could have. An ancient dirge I discovered describes something called the Curse of Nezarek, which is rumored to drain the life of the user. Of course, I don't give credence to such superstition. Dark Age humans were comically ignorant. Still, I would rather not take the risk. My father disagrees. I suspect he wishes to redeem himself for his past wrongs, and in that, I cannot dissuade him. We will continue searching for a method to unlock the relics. Until then, the light provides.
Interesting. So my suspicion here is that once you collect all of these relics, and then there's the Curse of Nezarek that drains life force, that would make sense to me if it drains life force, and then uses that life force to resurrect Nezarek, right? And I always thought it was a bit weird throughout this season that the Witness didn't do more to try and stop us. Because he definitely could have. He could have given Aramis far more support than he did. I wonder whether he didn't give a shit whether or not we collected all the pieces, or whether Aramis collected all the pieces. Either way results in what he wants, which is the resurrection of Nezarek. We'll see, I suppose, but it's definitely a thing that's going to be happening, I think, because in the lore, all of the lore talks about Nezarek rising again. So, the darkest hour shall rise again, and be whole, or something similar to that effect. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. We're done for the seasonal story, seemingly. I'll be back near the end of the season when they do their wrap-up, wherever that happens to be. But, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.